Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Boozy Book Reports. This is Beth.
And Sam.
And we are bringing you another amazing installment of our Little Miss Canned Cocktail series.
Yeah.
I'm terrified today.
Today is a day. Today is a day where we taste the rainbow.
I guess, but we're doing the Four Loko Pregame challenge. And by challenge, I don't know if it's a challenge. I just know we're drinking a bunch of them.
It is a challenge that once my Frisbee team took on.
It's so terrible.
So in that sense, the inventor of the sack lunch shot, Baby Kevin, as he is known, completed this challenge with me.
So I saw these at your house and I was like, oh my gosh, that'd be perfect for the podcast. And then I was like, now I'm like rethinking it because it's like I never had a Four Loko because I just wasn't drinking during that time of life that it was available. The original. Yes. And now that it's a pregame and that you got it at a gas station and that it comes in a plastic bottle, red flags.
So the only one that's a real red flag is the plastic bottle.
Okay.
Maybe the gas station thing. You can get some legitimate beer at a gas station. But it is... Okay, so Four Loko in the sort of, mythical sense is no longer a thing.
I know.
Right. Like it was done. I also did not partake in the Four Loko frenzy. I think as it could probably most accurately be described because I wasn't 21 at the time. And I didn't really drink like that before I turned 21. So I also missed a good chunk of the Four Loko frenzy movement era.
Yeah, era. Yes.
But I had some friends that had some damn wild nights on it. Have you ever had a caffeinated alcohol?
No.
Okay. So while I did not partake in Four Loko, I did partake in Allen's coffee brandy, the Champagne of Maine.
No.
Oh, it is delicious. It is like a coffee brandy that if you just add milk to it, it tastes like a latte.
Sounds disgusting.
You can pound them. No, it's not. It's delicious. They are. It's sweet and yummy and also has a non-negligible amount of caffeine. And so all of a sudden, you and your friends have maybe gotten through a good chunk of a handle of this stuff and it's 2 a.m. and your friend who normally falls asleep at every party at 10:30 p.m. is still raging and is yelling, hey, everybody, let's play the Pet Shop Boys because that's what she wanted to dance to at 2 a.m. in my living room.
Oh, wow.
And maybe I went to church the next morning, still not entirely sober.
Okay, well, I feel like that's right in line with our Little Miss Book Day because today we're reading Little Miss Trouble.
Four Loko, or caffeinated alcohols of any kind are Little Miss Trouble.
Little Miss Trouble. Yes. So, but before we get into the book, we're going to taste these drinks. We have 4 flavors.
Yes, we are opening all Four Lokos. We're opening the portals. I saw this meme that said if you mix Malort, which is the worst. I hate Malort so much. It's so bitter. It's like if you mix Malort and then that caffeinated Panera lemonade, you'll open the portal to the 5th Loko.
That was the one that killed people.
It did kill people.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds horrific.
Caffeinated booze.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay.
So the stuff here, though, in their post, look, we can't add energy drink anymore to alcohol and sell it in gas stations. This is just basically like a hopped up Smirnoff Ice.
Oh, okay.
It's very
It's just because it says pregame and it's in a plastic bottle for me.
It just really says Four Loko, and they have really cool flavors.
Yeah. So the first flavor, I haven't even started. I just smelled it, and we're there.
Whew, that's true.
It is
sour blue raz,
and it is the color of antifreeze.
It is antifreeze colored. Yeah.
Ooh.
Aqua de Gio or whatever.
Oh, it smells kind of like the syrup that you put on snow ice.
Yeah,
cone.
like a snow cone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that would be good with this.
That's basically what it is with some malt liquor in it.
What's malt liquor?
It's like liquor made out. It's not like a spirit. It'll be like liquor made out of like a grain or something, but it's low ABV. Mickey's and stuff, all that Edgar 40 Hands and all that. Or what's the Mickey's and Mad Dog? That's all malt liquor.
Okay. Oh. It's sour raspberry and it is sour.
Has a nice plasticky taste at the end, probably from the bottle.
Yeah. It tastes artifice.
Artifice? It reminds me of that sour, that goo candy that I had growing up.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like. Is that gooey candy that came in the toothpaste tubes that we used to eat? That's what that tastes like.
Okay. Not really a fan. Next in line,
sour apple.
It is neon green.
Yes.
Tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. This is the one that I opened.
That's not good.
This is the one that the bottle was already open because somebody did break into this already at the last time. So just a quick aside, you buy this at a gas station in Biggs Junction, Oregon.
Okay.
And that's the only place I've ever seen it. And we get it on our way to a Frisbee tournament in Bend. We stop in Biggs, and there are 3 gas stations there. It is the least classy of the 3 gas stations.
I'm
carries.
shocked.
I know, same. Carries this.
Okay, that green apple one, it tastes just like a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, this is why this one got cracked first.
Wow, that one's yummy.
Yeah.
That one would be fun with, that one would be fun on ice and icy. Like,
wow. It would be like a summer, it tastes like an Otter Pop sort of vibe. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next one. Sour peach.
Oh, it smells peachy.
Smells like a Peachio.
This one's more burny than the other ones for me.
Yeah.
And the peach comes after.
It's more subtle, so it doesn't hide the malt liquor flavor.
It's a Peachio in my mouth.
It's good. It's good.
Oh my gosh. If you did a little rim of like sugar on this.
Or even just put the Peachio as the
thing. Yeah. Or soaked the Peachios in this.
Oh no. That's a... Oh, yeah, baby. Well, we still have a lot of that bottle, so...
I'm going to say, like, I like the finish of that one, but not the start. And last but not least, we're moving on to...
This flavor...
white.
...is called... Oh, no. It's called Loco USA.
USA. America.
Just white.
Just white.
No.
No.
Okay.
I can't even smell what flavor it is.
It's every flavor.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
It tastes like Smirnoff Ice to me.
Oh, I've never had one of those.
You've never been iced?
Sam, who would ice me? My cat? Like,
I guess I've never.
Unless you came to my house and did it to me, and then I would be like, I'm not drinking that whole thing. I'll die.
Well, I'll do the cheers down in 1, and then if you take a breath, down in 2, and you just keep going up and down in 3.
That last one's weird.
It tastes like a Smirnoff Ice.
It has like almost like a bubbly to it, but I know it's not.
Maybe that's the next canned cocktail thing that we need to do is like malt liquor drinks. So we need to like hit the classics like Mike's Hard Lemonade, Smirnoff Ice, not that god awful orange screwdriver one. I had to take one of those. So my Frisbee team, love them dearly, does engage in the tradition, the proud tradition of icing one another. The first time I ever got iced was in the parking lot of a local like restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, because my friend had hid it underneath my wetsuit when we had been out like
how fun
hiking, or we had been out like swimming and like kayaking and stuff. Yeah, and then it had not only that, it had sat in the car.
Oh, so
all day.
It was warm.
Was hot.
Oh, not just warm, it's hot.
It was hot Smirnoff screwdriver.
Oh, yucky.
It was so gross.
Okay,
I hate that one.
You. Yeah.
I'd rather take them like room temperature than cold.
Yeah, I'm not a big cold girly when it comes to like shooting something.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would.
People disagree with me on this. I think it's way nicer to take like a room temperature, like Belfast or a room temperature, like anything you have to chug. If I have to like shotgun a beer, I'd much rather it be basically like a room temperature beer.
Because that cold hits and it's just like
it's double the like feeling.
So speaking of strong feelings, thoughts on this beverage?
I don't hate them.
I don't hate them either. I really like the green apple and the peach one.
They kind of are like the buzz balls where like that they're kind of trashy and that they're maybe made for a demographic that thinks that chugging a pregame drink out of a plastic bottle bought at a gas station is a good idea, basically my Frisbee team. But they're not bad. I feel that way about the buzz balls too. The buzz balls are always like they are better than I think they're ever going to be. And
some of those Buzzballs were better than really expensive pre-made cocktails we've had before.
Yes. Jessica Alba. Here's a call out.
But like I was recently at the grocery store and I saw a Buzzball we hadn't tasted. It was like a pineapple jalapeno one.
Crap, we got to do it.
And I was just like, that actually sounds good. I was like, please put the Buzzball down. It is a Tuesday night.
Well, like when we did the margarita one, like so some of it, like the Chubbies or whatever, or was it Chubbies or whatever? One of the cheapy margarita ones we thought was better than like a lot of the really high end things that were supposed to be these elite canned cocktails in glass bottles. Like these were this is like. I think this is appealing. This happened to us one time in graduate school. We did a wine tasting and we bought wines. They did it because my friends were nerds on decibel scale. So they were like a 7, 14, 28, and like a $54 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And we all liked the $14 bottle of wine.
Mm-hmm.
And we debated afterwards, is it that the $14 bottle of wine is sort of like underappreciated, or is it that our tastes are just that of a $14 bottle of wine tastes good to us? And so I think that the reason that these aren't so bad, same as like the Buzz Balls, is it's just like sugary cocktail. It tastes like an Otter Pop with some booze in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Are these like $8.99 or something?
I don't know if they're that much.
Okay.
No, they're not. I know. I paid $2.50 for the bottle of the
$2.50.
$2.50.
Oh, okay.
For the
I can see why they would be popular.
Yeah. It was like, seriously, it was $2.50 at the gas station in Biggs.
Okay. Wow.
So because I had to buy another bottle of the Loco USA because we had used the other bottle in a terrible cocktail mess that we made other people drink.
Okay. All right. Well, we're about to get into some trouble.
Yeah.
With Little Miss Trouble.
Perfect for Four Loko.
I freaking love her.
She is just Little Miss Startin' shit.
She literally, like, she takes pride in the fact she's this little kind of like greenish yellow girl with red pigtails.
Yeah.
And a green nose.
Yeah.
And literally when people see her, they're like, here comes trouble. Which, honestly, that is my goal in life. That people see me and go, oh no. Oh Lord, she's a-coming, you know?
I think they do a little.
Yeah.
At work. At work.
Good.
I feel like our coworker
Put some
Scott
respect on that name.
Would say that.
Yeah.
I think he'd be like,
He'd be like, here
Elizabeth.
comes trouble.
Elizabeth is here.
Yes.
He would announce it.
So her favorite pastime is just fucking with the men in this town, which I'm here for.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nice, but it's so good.
Also, I want to point out, they all get kind of pissed off about her starting shit.
Yeah.
But she doesn't grab any. So what happens when she starts stuff? She says, hey, Mr.
Uppitys first.
Mr. Uppity.
You're a fatty.
Yeah, people call you a fatty. Mr. Small.
Mr. Small was like,
calls you a fatty.
Bastard.
And so what Mr. Uppity does, instead of saying, hey, Mr. Small, I heard you said this, and Mr. Small saying, no, I didn't say that. Where did you hear that? Oh, Miss Trouble. Oh, gosh, she's been known to spread some rumors.
Yeah.
He just hauls off and hits him.
Punches him right in the eye.
Punches him in the eye.
Shiner.
Yeah. And then the other guy does the same thing.
Yes. So yes.
And little Miss Trouble's not grabbing their fists.
No.
She's starting shit, but she's not ending the shit.
No.
They are ending the shit by like just toxic masculinity.
Thank you. And I love her because she's literally in the forest watching this to go down of these two big old men hitting this tiny man.
Yes.
For allegedly saying one is fat and one has a big nose. And they each give him a black eye. And in what is two black eyes, which is violence is never the solution except for in this cartoon.
Which, like, it's not a solution here either. They did not have to hit Mr. Small.
They did not have to. So then little Mr. Small, like, poor sad guy,
goes to the doctor. And literally, like, as he's on his way there, little Miss Trouble walks by him just laughing at him, which is a dick move, but I'm here for it. Like, one of my favorite type of entertainment when I'm feeling real. Okay, I was a big Jackass girl. Oh,
I was a big Jackass girl. Like, I bought the whole series
and all the
like Jackass was my chef's kiss, and I just thought it was the funniest stuff. I tried to watch it again recently and it didn't quite hold up as much for me. But I had bought like the whole series on like DVD at some point, and I'm like, I have to have this for the rest of my life because it just makes me laugh so hard. And I love a good nut kick. Like,
oh yeah. No,
I just can't even.
Slapstick never fails to like make me laugh. I used to love watching like America's Home Video, and like,
yes,
I don't love it if it's like a very sad way of somebody falling, but if somebody like trips on the ice and like whoa and then goes down,
I'm gonna laugh.
Like,
I'm gonna laugh. It's
kind of funny to me, like.
And there's times I shouldn't, and I still laugh, and I'm like, I'm a bad person.
When we were in middle school. Oh, maybe I was early high school. I was in early high school. I was over at my friend's house. We wanted to play basketball, but her mom's like blue and white Suburban was in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And so she kept asking her mom, like, Mom, can you move the Suburban? Can you move the Suburban? And like, for some reason, wouldn't move the Suburban. And so my neighbor went and got the keys and backed the Suburban out and didn't have her driver's license. We were like 14.
Oh, perfect.
Backed it into the fire chief's Jeep.
Oh, awesome.
Across the street, like the city of Bennett, or the Bennett City like volunteer fire department chief, the only man who is paid on this entire volunteer fire department, backs it right into his vehicle. And I start laughing because I like literally.
That's all you can do.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
I was dying because I was like, oh my God, this is so bad. This is so bad. And her mom come out and sees me laughing and it's like, it's not funny. But like I couldn't help it. Like it's so wild.
It is funny.
It was a little funny.
I really liked the doctor's name.
Makes you well?
Make you well. Yeah.
Dr. Make You Well.
Dr. Make You Well.
Do you remember on SNL there was Dr. We Notice? It was the he was the Kate McKinnon's doctor on Weekend Update.
Oh, I like it.
Like, we notice.
It's very this. Yeah. Also, the doctor is a human.
And large.
And giantly pink. So anyway, so Mr. Small goes to him and he's like,
same. I'm a doctor. I'm
are
very
a doctor.
large.
You are
and I'm
not very
pink.
large, but you are pink. So like, so he goes there. I don't know what he went there for. Like, what's the doctor going to do? Give him a steak? Like, I don't even know what you do for like.
I love that you're like, these cartoon characters need cartoon treatments. Put a steak on your eyes.
So
give him a bag of peas.
So like basically the doctor's like, I think something needs to be done about that lady, and like whispers in his ear. So then Mr. Little goes up to two separate dudes. One is Mr. Tickle and the other is Mr. Bump, and tells them like, guess what little Miss Trouble's been saying about you? She called you a pudding face and she called you a nitwit. And so they go after her, and I'm sorry, this is not a punishment. So for 10 minutes straight, they're bumping her and tickling her.
I hate being tickled, so this is punishment.
Well, literally it just says tickle bump, tickle bump, tickle bump. And I'm just like, to me, that went to a very different place. So I was like,
maybe she likes it.
Yeah. But
that's her kink.
Yeah.
Don't yuck her yum.
Seriously. But I don't think it's fair that they got physical with her when really he needed to go after the first two guys who got physical with him. I mean, maybe they needed to say something else to her. It wasn't quite tit for tat.
I didn't think that this punishment was that terrible because it is kind of the same thing. He spread a rumor. She got
I guess it's
sort of punished.
I'm glad they didn't punch her or something. I think that's a...
Yeah, I was about to be like, is this about to be violence against, women, or whatever? Yeah. But also, violence against men, don't punch people in the face because you heard a rumor.
No.
But I agree. He should also go after those people and be like, you idiots.
You guys are dicks. Like, you punched me for, on a rumor.
How stupid is that?
Yeah. I also then later that night after little Miss Trouble has been bumped and tickled to death basically, little Mr. Tiny or little whatever his name is, Mr. Small, goes back to the doctor and is shaking his finger. I'm like, we did it. We did it. Oh, I'm so much better now. I feel so good. And then the doctor's strolling around and runs into little Miss Trouble, and she looks all sad with her little freckles.
Yeah.
She's sitting on the yard and she's feeling very sorry for herself. And then the doctor's like, oh, what's wrong with you? And she's telling him all about it. And he's like, cheer up. Don't you know what you just had? A taste of your own medicine.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
Sir.
I do appreciate the fact that that the doctor telling Mr. Small to, not handle this in an adult way, but rather to spread more rumors about this lady, made his black eyes go away.
Yeah.
He looked better.
That was the treatment.
Dr. We Notice.
And again, it wasn't quite the same. I feel like he should have just started rumors about her. But whatever, it's fine. It's a children's book. And I giggled when I was reading it. I was all for Mrs. Trouble or Miss Trouble. I was a little bit the bad seed growing up. And I related heavily to that movie when I saw the 1960s black and white version on Turner Classic Movies during the summer as a child when I would just watch nonstop black and white films. And I sometimes had a hard time identifying well, what was the problem?
Yeah.
Okay, she shouldn't have murdered the kid.
Sure.
But what was the problem? And so Little Miss Trouble, I was just like, I'm here for you, girl.
She's a little bit of the chaos that sometimes I feel like I relate to. In the world. You ever seen the D&D, the chaotic neutral?
Yeah.
Chaotic, neutral, or lawful, and then you're good, neutral, or bad. I can't remember what it's called, but
I've seen it. Yeah. There's lots of memes.
Yes, I definitely feel like I'm in mostly the chaotic good camp. She's a little bit chaotic, neutral, or evil, but she because she's just starting shit. But I like the chaos.
I do too, especially when I'm not involved.
Yeah, that's true. I don't
want to be in it, but maybe I've started it in the background. That's not my fault. Like I always tell people, it's not my fault. I can figure stuff out and stuff falls into my lap. It's not my fault.
Yeah. Kevin thinks I'm a little bit of a shit starter.
Oh, I'm a poker.
Yeah.
I had a therapist call me out on that once because
yeah.
I was at dinner with they were younger than me. They were like my old students and like they wanted to introduce me to like their boyfriend or something. And I poked at him a little bit and he got defensive. So then I got defensive. And the therapist was like, so why did you poke him? I'm like, bitch, I didn't poke him. I'm never coming to you again. And then I stopped seeing her because like, how dare you call me out on the fact that I do like to poke I like to poke just a little bit to see like what's your reaction gonna be. And
yeah,
I'm not proud of it, and I don't realize I'm doing it until I've done it sometimes. And then I'm like, ooh, that was not a cute look.
Yeah, sometimes I like to put, I guess maybe that is bad. I like to put people a little bit off their, just like out of their comfort zone. But
yeah.
I also don't mind it. I think mostly I don't mind it when people do it to me because I think it's usually kind of funny. And then I like poke back.
I'm like, if anybody challenges me, I'm like, okay. When anybody challenges me, I have a different kind of adrenaline rush. Like it is, I don't know what hormone is rushing, but it is not a normal one. Because recently someone challenged me on something. And when I get nervous, that's definitely one. I feel it in a very different way. And this is only specific to when somebody challenges me or like steps up to me. And it is the weirdest feeling. I'm like, why is it so different for this? And then I always think I'm never standing up for myself or I back down. I'm like, I pretty much just say the things. I don't know.
Sometimes it's like a certain reaction, I think, to certain people for me. Because like there's certain people I'm very competitive with. Like I think about it with Frisbee, right? There are certain people I'm very competitive with that in a way that like is probably not like proportional to what I should be doing. But like, at that point, I'm just like, it's a like you said, it's kind of a rush.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna destroy them.
Yeah, I've had a few of those. And it's like normally I have okay comedic timing. Like it's whatever.
Yeah.
I try to shoot for like a B+ for the funnies. No. Girlfriend comes out on another level.
Yeah.
And like I will just demolish somebody. And the things I'm saying, it's like I've been calculating them for years to just do like this, funny. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is too much.
Yeah. When I got back from college, like I didn't grow up doing this. My sister was always the one that did it when we were kids. She was the poker. And so I used to be very like non-confrontational. And then I went to college and I had these friends and later they were my roommates who were just like constant zingers with one another and constant just like trading barbs and like good, kind, wonderful, compassionate, lovely people but like when we were just messing around with each other, it was constant. Just like my friend Nate was like so witty. He was so witty. And so I sort of got used to like sparring with him. And then I went back my freshman year and I went back for like Thanksgiving. And my sister came at me and instead of just like kind of rolling over,
You gave it back.
I gave it back to her in the same way I would give it to like college friends. And my sister got so mad at me. She was so much, she's like, college made you mean. And I was like, no, I think I just finally like learned how to play.
Voice.
Yeah, exactly. Like before I didn't bother because there was no winning, but now it was like I was used to it sort of came out naturally because I was used to doing it with my friends, like sassing one another a little bit. And obviously Kevin's been on the podcast. Kevin and I sass each other relentlessly.
Nice.
Like in a way that once his mom overheard us and was like, oh my God.
I just always get nervous because sometimes like I just I know I'm going to cut too deep. And so I'm just like, because sometimes things have popped out and it's been pretty bad. Again, I don't let that beast out very often, but when I do, I have so much fun with her.
I have a couple friends that it's like, I will absolutely give them all the shit. It's not everyone, but like there are a couple, like especially some of the guys I play Frisbee with, like I will sass the shit out of them just to be like, listen, take it down a notch, But, they also give it back and it goes both ways.
There's somebody in my life right now and they're not a friend, but I have to be around them. And they're constantly poking at me and saying little things, but they're also really open with a lot of the stuff happening in their life where I'm not with them. And it is so hard when they are poking at me not to be like, oh, so is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Because like, I'm going to go in on you. Like you came at me with a fly swatter. I'm going in on you with a grenade. Like I'm going in on you with like a bazooka.
You're also incredibly witty and like incredibly insightful. So you will find the barb.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm always like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't be Little Miss Trouble.
You're going to be Little Miss Trouble.
I
You're going
want
to be
it
that
so bad,
bitchy
though.
horse, Casey.
I loved Casey the sassy horse.
Bombastic side-eye.
side-eye. Yeah.
Criminally offensive side-eye.
I'm telling you, her and Little Miss Trouble. Or
Casey the diva horse.
Yeah, and Little Miss Trouble would have been
BFFs.
best friends.
They would have been best friends for 2 weeks, and then they would have hated each other. There was always like those two girls, or like who were always like so perfectly matched.
Yes,
and then immediately would hate each other because they knew. Yeah, they knew each other,
and you knew how to. You knew all the tricks and
yeah.
So anyway, all right. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed Little Miss Trouble
and the Four Lokos.
Do
you feel loco?
I honestly feel a little loco. I'm like, I probably
too.
should have had a snack before we got started.
We are going to go snack, and I'm going to go sober up before I drive home.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
If you're enjoying Boozy Book Reports and would like to support the show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Boozy Book Report, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost. Check out their latest album now. Thank you and happy reading.